Alright y'all, welcome back to the video. Just want to start off saying thank you to you guys. Y'all are freaking killing it right now. You're hitting the subscribe button, you're sharing my videos, leaving a ton of comments, the views are going up. Something that a dedicated YouTuber loves to see. Thank you guys so much. Y'all that are new, Brett and I always do collab videos. We actually have something coming up super soon. I might only be here for about a week, 2 weeks. For the time being, while I'm back home, we are starting a new series. Like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, tons of fishing, tons of outdoor stuff. I love the outdoors too much not to start doing some survival videos for y'all. Y'all can see right now we're outside in the woods by a creek. Starting off with our first survival video, can you survive by a creek? I'm just looking around, I have tons of resources out here. Most people would freak the hell out. They got stuck in the woods or stranded, whatever. I'd be in like a 5-star hotel. It would be a vacation to me. I love the outdoors so much. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you guys what to do if you ever got stranded, how you could survive for a couple days. So with that being said, let's jump into the video. Our first step is to find a spot where we can actually hold shelter, where if we had to spend the night, you don't want to be in the mud or on bad terrain. We need to find a flat level ground to where I can cook, make a fire, and just do what I got to do to survive. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's go find it. Been walking for about, I give it 15-20 minutes, and I found my location. I mean, how do you beat this? We have a perfect spot with white sand. It's like the freaking beach. Why wouldn't you want to camp here? And if I did have to spend the night out here, I have a U shape in the little creek right here, pretty much meaning that I'm protected. Those predators are not going to try to walk through a creek then to attack you. If I was to spend the night out here, I can easily sleep on this sand. And like I said, guys, this is just like a simple how to survive video. We can go even further in to where I don't have any supplies, to where I do have to spend the night, but just leave a comment down below if you want to see that. But for right now, I'm not spending the night, but this is a perfect place to make shelter. Easy access to water. I have a ton of protection from this big old oak that's laying down, and we have somewhat of a flat surface right here. I'm so excited. First thing I was about to do is hang up my bag. You want to get it off the ground because the ground can get wet. You don't want to ruin any of your supplies that you have if it's not waterproof. Y'all can see this bag is very light. Don't know why I brought a book bag. I'm going to show you guys what I have inside to survive in today's video. Well, you open that up, there's nothing in there. Like I said, I don't know why I brought the book bag. Literally all I have for today's video is a pack of hooks. Only need one. I just grabbed a pack. I have 100 yards of 4-pound test, and I really don't prefer to start fires like this, but I just grabbed waterproof matches. I'm only be using one of each of these, so I got one match to start a fire, and I know we can do it. But that's all my supplies, y'all. And like camera gears and battery, but I'm not using any of that. Throw that back in the book bag, and let's go and hang our stuff up. Like I said, first thing first, get your stuff off the ground. If it was terrain, the moisture in the floor, get it off the ground. That's as good as it's gonna get for the video today. But now my bag is dry and it's above this massive oak. I'll show you guys here in a second, so this joker's not getting wet. Bag is right there, the big oak tree's right here. We're done with step 2. So I chose the creek today to make this survival video because what is there to eat at a creek? So in a river, it's a bigger body of water. You have tons of stuff in there. Bigger fish, bigger supplies to use from. In a creek, you really don't have all that. The max width of this creek is maybe 4 foot. And the deepest is maybe like 8 foot. It's not deep, so what are we gonna eat? We live in North Carolina, most creeks, and actually these fish are now worldwide, they're all around. The most common fish to find is called a creek chub. They're not very big, there's all different types of species. The targeted species we're gonna have today maybe gets the max 6 inches, and that's super big. Not many creeks around us hold that, but creek chubs can actually live in like a couple inches of water. They don't have to have much. When the river or creek floods up, they'll find new pockets to travel to if there starts to get dried up. So count on always finding creek chubs in your creeks. And the second most common thing is crawfish. In this video today, we're not gonna be cooking any crawfish, but if you guys are new to the channel, I actually have previous videos of me trapping crawfish in here. If y'all wanna see a catch and cook on that, please let me know, but we're not gonna be getting them today. Our main goal today is creek chubs. Like I said, I don't have a fishing pole, I have a hook and a piece of string. That goes into step 3 of how we're gonna catch our food. Let's get on it. Alright, so we got our fishing hooks and we have our line. Most of the time you can set a trap if you had a net. In that case, I don't have that today. The only bad thing about creek chubs is that they live in creeks where it's very calm. Think about the loudest thing they hear is moving water, maybe a branch snapping and landing in the water. Fish are so smart, they actually live in little hollow root beds. So a big tree next to the creek, as the creek floods, the roots that start to get exposed to the water runs down and washes away all the dirt. It now creates a little hollow point for these fish to kind of hide in with their roots. It kind of beds into the side of the creek. And even if I tiptoe around here, they can feel the vibrations underneath the ground. So you have to be super stealthy. So in that case, I can't hand line around. So we're just gonna find us a stick today, give us some distance to drop down and hopefully pull up a couple creek chubs. Let's go find our fishing pole. So I'm looking around, don't even have to go super, I already found it. Don't even have to go far at all. Got us a little stick right here to make our fishing pole. So what we're gonna do right here is you can see it forks up. We're actually snapped right above this. That gives us a better access point to tie our line so it doesn't slip off. But we got us about a 4.5 foot stick. It's gonna be perfect. Come in here and grab our line like I said. 4-pound test, 100 yards. Today's video, all we're gonna need is about 7 feet. Go ahead and wrap it around our stick. Here we have it. That is our contraption right here for a fishing pole. Next thing we want to do is take a hook right here, run it through our fishing line, through our average knot, the one you guys see me tie all the time, the old fisherman's knot. Well, bam, lick her down. That is a perfect knot. So there we have it, guys, our little homemade fishing pole. Do is run our line back through, just snug that puppy down back into the stick. Now she's wrapped around and won't get tangled. Set this aside. All right, we got our fishing pole, got our line, got our hook, and now we need some bait. The cool thing about creek chubs is that, like I said, they hide in those roots. Whatever hits the freaking water, these creek chubs are on it. It could be bugs, crickets, worms, little mosquitoes. They don't care. As long as you can locate the creek chubs. I fish for them a lot, so I just know where these fish tend to hang out. All you gotta do is drop something in there and you guaranteed have you a meal. It's a small meal, but it's a meal. Let's hunt around, let's get us some bait. We're looking for a worm. Pretty sure most of you guys know where to look for worms, but if you don't, moist places underneath logs, anywhere they won't get dried up. Let's start flipping some. First one right here. Oh. And we got two worms, but they're super tiny. I think we can do better. Just walk for a couple minutes. There's got to be something good underneath here. Oh, good lord. That is our mama worm right there. That's the one we're looking for. Look at that joker. Just in case we lose our bait, no need to spend all that time looking for those two little worms. We got ourselves a big worm that we can for sure get us some food. Just to hold this guy a little better, like I said, the wood provides. We have a piece of old plastic right here. Go ahead and pull a piece up. Shake off all the dirt, put our worm right in there, wrap him up, throw him in our pocket. We're ready to go. Bag's not getting wet. We got our shelters where we come back and build a fire. We got our fishing pole right here. Let's go locate some fish. Like I said, y'all, the cool thing is the creek isn't that big, so finding food really isn't that hard. All you have to find is just that deeper pocket of waters where these fish are probably gonna be hiding out at. For an example, this spot would have been perfect, but it's too shallow. Creek's running down and normally would fill up this pocket right here. They have all the roots in there to hide. But the creek is low and there is no fish here. Because the creek is low, I say we travel upstream to see if we can find a deeper pocket somewhere in this creek. Let's jump on our path and let's start making the adventure. Hey, baby. Traveled all the way up this creek and I have still not found a deep pocket, y'all, so we're gonna hike back down the other way and let's keep looking. Oh, look at what we got here. That's why I said the woods always provide. Y'all look at this and say it's a piece of junk, but I'm holding on to it. We're gonna use it for something. We found it, y'all, right underneath me. It's a perfect spot. These creek chubs are probably actually where I'm standing. They're underneath the ground. I just tapped on the floor to show and they probably all just ran. I know there's gonna be some creek chubs here. I got our bag with our worm. Rip a piece of that guy off. That is all we have, a piece of worm on our string. Let's throw it down and see what we can catch. There we go, y'all. Number one, that is our first creek chub. It's a small one. Oh, and it's down. All right, y'all, I told you I thought it was a piece of junk. I see potential. Got ourselves a little fish stringer right here. Right through the gills. Clean that joker up. It's number one, let's get two. What I love about worms, they stay on pretty darn good. Still got a piece of bait, let's get out there. Number two. There we go. It's a small one. This is actually a different species of creek chub. I'll tell you guys really quick, see how big their mouths are is why they just inhale any type of insects they can get. He's got a pretty rainbow color. Let's get him back. Number two. And there we have it, number three. They're about 3 inches. They do get up, like I said, about 6. They'll eat. Got our food, y'all. Let's go back to our campsite. We have done it. Home sweet home. Oh, I tripped. That is our dinner. We have hung up our proud catch, got our fire going so we can cook our fish. I'd say right here is the perfect place to do this. All we have to do is now get our 2 sticks. The way I plan on cooking these fish, just stabbing a stick through them. After cutting their heads off and cleaning them, put them through the stick, have 2 forks on the side so we can slowly rotate our fish and cook them the way we want. Find our 2 sticks, I'll be right back. Imagine a slingshot. We got one right here. That's what we're looking for. Break that off. It's number one. Number two. That's why I love the woods, guys. Just you don't have to go far. Oop, laying right here. Number 2. What we do now, guys, is just clean out a spot for our fire. You guys just gonna get. What I mean by the moisture too in the ground when you want to lay your bag down. It's so freaking wet right here, and you do not want that. 1 stick right here. Now we're gonna find us a thin stick. We want it to be alive. It can handle the heat a little bit better. You do not want your stick to catch on fire that's holding your fish and your food, so just gotta be green. That is a perfect stick right there to go straight across. Ooh, we're gonna cook us some fish. All right, so we're almost at the point of cooking us some dinner. All we gotta do now is to get some sticks. If you guys don't know how to make a fire, you want a small stick first. Heat rises, build your fire up. A small, medium, large, but you do not need a big fire today, so not really gonna grab too many pieces of wood. All we need to do is get some heat to cook our fish. That is plenty good. I have a whole stack of wood right here. Before I light this thing, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my fish, get those ready and prepared. So what we have to do is start the fire, enjoy our food, and talk to you guys. We got our food right here. I'm gonna go ahead and rinse them off in the water super quick. Food off the stringer, hanger. Got us a nice little rock right here. I'm not gonna show this on camera just because, I mean, the way YouTube is, I don't wanna gross nobody out. I don't want this to look disgusting because it is really good food. Pretty much all you do, you chop the head off, slit down the belly, take the guts out, and then that's all it is. So y'all, really quick, that is what it looks like when it's done. Just chop the head, gut the belly, and all that's meat. 3 beautiful little fish. One, two, three. So now that we're sitting down, guys, I'm going to sort through the wood that I want to burn first. Small pieces. Just take our match right here. This is going good. Alright y'all, it's going good, just I want to get these a little bit more cooked, so I'm actually going to take it off. Just cook them like this a little bit, just hold them a little bit closer to the fire. Cool about these fish is that they don't have scales, so don't even have to skin them. I could just move my little Y's down, but I like cooking my fish. This meal right here, it's not big at all, but if I was stranded out here, wouldn't I be enjoying it? So I get to go fish, get to go make fires, but I could survive off this. You can eat enough of these little fish to give you enough protein. Get out there and just try to find a resource, try to find home. I mean, if you're lost at a creeks normally run behind people's houses. I mean, you're gonna find somewhere to go soon. If it's safe like a river or something, I mean, it's the same concept. You'll find something soon, but if you're lost out there for at least a night, I mean, this is what you do to survive. Pretty much like a little sardine. All right, y'all, fish are cooked. What we're gonna do is just to put our fire out so I'm not getting smoked, is just throw some sand over it. Wood fire. And pull the first one off. Ooh, they hot. All right, honest opinion, first taste test. I like fish with the skin. I don't know why, it gives it more flavor. Fish are so small, might as well just eat the bones too. I'm so serious. Not gonna eat the tails because there's legit no meat on that thing. But the rest of the body, man, it's a good little fish. Just for their survival situation, I didn't bring any seasoning. I just kind of just grown with it raw. It's not a bad little fish. You see it on my hand, I'm trying to focus on it, but that's what those little bones are. That's just what I'm eating too, because literally they're so small you just crunch on them. The tail actually might be good, we'll go for it. Tail's good. This last one, literally just because there's not much. Need the whole thing. It's a good freaking fish, guys. Fire put out really didn't make any mess. I love my little technique of cooking. That's normally how I cook a lot of my stuff. And actually, guys, I've been out here for probably I get about 2 hours making this video today, and walking up this creek and like getting all this stuff together. I was actually getting like a little low in energy. Like now that I ate that, keep on hiccuping. Is that a good or a bad thing? Walking back and forth, I was actually losing a lot of energy, but now eating that fish, guys, I got my energy back. Most people freak out in situations like this when it comes to like surviving. Getting stranded, your car broke down, you're stuck on the side of the road, see light, go try to walk over there, like lose your path. Stay calm is like the biggest thing. Being an outdoorsman, I just love the outdoors. I don't ever think about like me getting lost somewhere because I just call it a vacation. I'll just find my way out in a couple days. So yeah, y'all, this is a new series that I want to start on my channel just because, I mean, I think it's fun and it's to teach you guys. We get to hang out in the woods together. Somewhere down this creek, there is some bigger fish, so we could go catch something bigger. I know those are very small, like, and we want to see something bigger. I mean, we can make that happen, and this isn't just for water, y'all. This goes for any live game trapping, squirrels, rabbits. I'm starting a new thing on my channel, guys. Like, I love hunting so much now that deer season is going to be out shortly, But even when that's out of season, something else will be back in season. If it's rabbit, squirrel, raccoon, anything. Every season of hunting, we're gonna be doing something on this channel. On top of my fishing content, I'm super excited about that. I'm waiting for them big belly Kellys, them 6s, 7s, 8s, going down deep, fishing slow. We're gonna bring them guys up. Tons of techniques on this channel. Last thing we'll talk about before I wrap all this up. Thank you to y'all. You guys have really been supporting me. I've been doing YouTube for about 3.5 years now, and it's been a slow road for me, but things are starting to pick up now because of you guys. So support means everything to me, so please hit the subscribe button. Please leave a like, a comment. If you enjoy these types of videos and have any ideas for more future videos, leave in the comment section down below. I really appreciate it, guys. Till next time, Whipping Guys TV.